A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
In the headlines, Mill Street vendors lament loss of business and their livelihood after police remove their stalls. Jamaica security forces continue to defend states of public emergency despite a slight increase in the country's murder rate. Growing support for a stay of execution of a death row inmate in the U.S. state of Texas. And in sports, West Indies complete first one-day series win in 5 years. These and other stories coming up in SVG-TV's Evening News and Sports.
That was the news headline, sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for Monday, November 11th, 2019. I am Yvette Bowens with the details. Prayers for peace were offered up on Sunday at a Remembrance Day parade and wreath laying ceremony held at the cenotaph in capital Kingstown. The cenotaph was built in remembrance of those who paid the ultimate sacrifice during the 2 world wars. Members of the RSVG Police Force and the Diplomatic Corps, as well as representatives from friendly nations, were in attendance to commemorate the day. Wreaths were laid by the Governor General, the Speaker of the House of Assembly, the Prime Minister, a representative of the opposition, faith-based organizations, and representatives of friendly nations. Recognizing the sacrifice made by those who fought in the 2 world wars, representatives from various faith-based organizations offered prayers on behalf of the fallen soldiers.
Is longing for the Lord. I count on His word. My soul is longing for the Lord more than watchman for daybreak. Let the watchman count on daybreak and Israel on the Lord. Because with the Lord there is mercy and fullness of redemption. Israel indeed He will redeem from all its iniquity. Glory be to the Father and to the Son and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, it's now and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. Men, women, and children brutally attacked and murdered in their villages and towns. Today, we remember especially those victims of the 2 world wars, including those who remember here today and who paid the ultimate price. Remember those who came home with terrible injuries, both physical and psychological, and those whose loved ones never returned. Rest eternal grant unto them, O Lord. Let thy perpetual shine upon them. May they rest in peace.
We pray for this country in a special way. We pray for those who are in leadership of God. I pray, God, that you lead them in the right way. I pray, God, that you allow them to lead us the way that you want. And so, Father, we bless your name. We magnify your name because you are all in us. So, Father, we thank you. We thank you for what has been done. We thank you, God, for what you are doing even now. And so we thank you for the future. In Jesus' name I pray.
Some vendors removed by the police from Middle Street in capital Kingston following last Tuesday's shooting incident have expressed disappointment with the move, which they say have impacted their business and livelihood. On Thursday, as part of a police operation, several temporary structures were removed from the area, including those along the gallery of Ace Hardware. Since then, the police have maintained a presence in the area, as some vendors have reportedly tried to return to ply their trade. Our news team today caught up with some of the vendors, mostly young men, who said they feel wronged, even though they are aware of the reasons why the police decided to take action in removing their stalls.
Sometimes we come down. When you come now, they move the table them, so we go come and stand up with everything them in we hand. Police them come in and tell you, what you doing there, you idling. You have us. So with them we move table them from this, so move me brethren thing from here. You have us. We don't make trouble, nobody here don't make trouble. Nobody wrong here, and it's baby and walking now. So if you could get a little thing from your people, them in foreign and put on a table and sell, which I eat a food, you know, and go home and take care of your kids and things. It's the youth, it be young people. It's not no big old people. The young people with youth, with children to trying to help themselves. All back down there with the hot dog. Okay, youth down there with the hot dog grill. My boy get children and things where you have to send school every day. And it's dice we're using for send them school. Now that they ended it. He ended it. They lock up. Now we'll find something else we do. At least the man them okay. Like if they move the stable here, because they may move plenty here, they may move much people here. You have them just pick out certain people and come and just squeeze in upon them. They check what's showing you. Must be because he black. Certain people lying in part them see crowd is where they tackling. Now with them they put in, with them they watching now. Some people them will come here and they might like involve in certain things. Some of them do even sell here. You check, we don't make trouble wrong here. It's just hustle with us around here and try to make a little dollar all the way. And here what we know, we're young people. Some of we get children.
Well, go see at least 15 years. And they vending. After school is just here. I get nowhere else to go, nowhere else, nothing else to do. Right here at hustle all the time, 24/7, day and night. But I just sell drinks, I just sell clothes, sometimes I just sell a little stockings for ladies and them kind of thing I just sell. Me see nowhere else in town, then could put we, because all over the town is the same place, same thing, everywhere you go is the same thing happening. So, me know what I'm trying to do up to now.
Say that it's a very harsh thing because, as you know, sometimes we as get to youth, we look for little works and things, come try to be like self-employed, little entrepreneurs, but sometimes we have like a fight down from Babylon, so we just have to just give God thanks and praise still.
Other vendors and some members of the public who did not want to speak on camera told our news team that they are pleased with the action taken by the police, noting that it should have been done a long time ago, as they expressed security concerns in the area, which they say needs regular patrols. When we contacted the town board, who is responsible for vending in capital Kingstown, to speak on the issue, they declined to do so. Last Tuesday's shooting of Lionel George, who remains hospitalized, is the second in the Middle Street area for the year. The first incident took place on September 9th, resulting in the death of Tevin Williams of Rockies. Transnational Institute, an organization based in the Netherlands, will be providing assistance to farmers who are interested in the medical cannabis industry. A 4-day workshop opened last Friday for the medicinal cannabis farmers, and TNI's representative Pin Metau told the more than 100 participants that they are happy to lend support to SVG in the development of its medical cannabis industry.
We've been working with Spirit for 10 years now, and he has been part of our international group of farmers to voice your concerns and to voice the concerns of the growers to be part of a legal market. We applaud the initiatives from St. Vincent government, and we really think they are an important step forward in the right direction.
Metau noted that Transnational Institute has been around for more than 40 years and outlined the many gains from medicinal cannabis.
Really pleasantly surprised by a nation such as St. Vincent to take this new road into regulating at least a part of the markets. We also agree that regulation should go further. We think it is the international control system that forces nations to stay within the medicinal cannabis limits. But we think cannabis should be regulated as a plant for recreational consumption as well. But we know, I think you all agree, right?
Minister of Agriculture Saboto Caesar updated farmers on the progress made so far in the local medical cannabis industry and again appealed to them to work in groups, which he said has far-reaching benefits.
If Latai thinks that as a traditional cultivator, he alone could carve out a space or have a space carved out for him, it's not going to happen because he is too small. What we want is to have groups of persons, and when I say groups of persons, I'm not saying to go form a company and make a man a director or shareholder, but there has to be established throughout the country different platforms where Rasfaco, as 60 members in a Rastafari group, can meet to discuss the information, to share their knowledge, and to also benefit by applying together, sourcing the material together, because there's significant discounts when you do business on a larger scale than when you do it individually.
The workshop ended today, and it was expected that a fair trade charter or protocol for the medical cannabis industry would have been formulated. Other participants at the workshop came from the CARICOM Ganja Commission, Colombia, Jamaica, Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados and St. Lucia. Agriculture Officer in charge of Plant Protection and Quarantine, Michael Delpesh, is encouraging Vincentians to play a more active role in protecting the country's agriculture sector from pest and plant disease. Delpesh made the appeal during an interview with SVG-TV News on the role of the Plant Protection and Quarantine Unit in ensuring the survival of the sector. Over the years, the agriculture sector has been grappling with pest and plant diseases such as the pink mealybug, the West Indian fruit fly, moko, and the black sigatoka, which have negatively impacted several crops and hampered trade earnings. As we hear in this report by Barvin Oliver, the department has a lot dealing with to ensure the sustainability of the vital sector.
From maggot-infested fruits, which make the flesh unpalatable, larvae which feed on seeds, destroying future crops, to diseases which reduces a plant's ability to produce quality fruit, are just some of the impacts of pests and diseases which can destroy the country's agriculture sector. Charged with the responsibility of preventing this from happening is the Plant Protection and Quarantine Department. Its head, Michael Delpesh, said the department is the sector's first line of defense. He said while work is being done to control pests and diseases from spreading, they're keeping a watchful eye on keeping out new pests. One of the pests which the department has been tackling with over the years is the West Indian fruit fly. Delpesh took the opportunity to highlight the difference between those which exist here and the Mediterranean fruit fly, a pest the department is trying to keep out.
We have the West Indian fruit fly, Anastropha obliqua, and that affects certain commodities such as guava and the plums, Beckery plum, hog plum, and the Jamaica plum. That's as much as we know in terms of the host species. With the medfly, we expect that it would affect not only these particular commodities, but a much wider range of agricultural commodities, fruits, and also vegetables, our peppers, our cucumbers, and so on. So it has a much wider host range. Usually the fruit fly, all fruit flies, they would lay their eggs in the fruit, and then the larval stage of that pest would develop within the fruit, and it's the larva that would do the damage and destroy the fruit, and so it makes the fruit unmarketable, and in some cases you are unable to consume the fruit because of the amount of larva that you would find in these fruits.
Diseases can also hamper the local agriculture sector, and the banana industry has been grappling with the effects of the moko and black sigatoka disease for some time. Delpres said though it has been tough in keeping these diseases under control, one disease they are trying to keep out of the country is the tropical race 4, also known as TR4, and explain how devastating this disease can be.
Disease, it affects the vascular system of the plant. It eventually kills the plant, and so production of banana basically would become impossible once you have that disease on the farm. It's similar to the moko in that moko would also destroy the banana plant, and so the costs would be extremely high in terms of the economic damage that would take place if that disease should really come into St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Pests are diseases which affect the agriculture sector are difficult and expensive to control, and prevention is always better than cure. Delpres explained that these diseases can be introduced by importing plants and produce and appeal to Vincentians to be responsible.
Pests enter this country and generally through passengers' luggage, and it is always best that you check with the quarantine unit first to get that permission to import that particular produce or plant, so that we can carry out all the necessary checks to make sure that you can import that particular commodity in a manner that would be safe to all of us in terms of our agriculture.
For SVG-TV's Evening News, I am Bavin Oliver.
Caribbean countries have dropped the ball in reversing the legacy of underdevelopment in the region caused by native genocide and the enslavement of Africans. It is the sentiment shared by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves during a conversation on reparations which took place in Tobago on Friday. We hear more in this TTT News report.
Is that legacy of underdevelopment which persists today, which we must address the question of repairing.
Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. 6 years after he helped form the Caribbean Reparations Commission, Dr. Gonsalves laments that too little progress has been made in the region.
We have to have a conversation with the British, or the French in the case of Haiti, and the Dutch in the case of Suriname. I'm talking about the Caribbean countries, the CARICOM countries.
If these efforts are futile, he says that the next course of action ought to be the employment of legal and political instruments.
And one legal path forward is to bring a case to the International Court of Justice within the framework of certain conventions, and more particularly the Convention for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination.
But political leaders must have the bravery to exercise their power.
There is political pressure which could be brought to resolutions at the United Nations, other forms of work which we can do through specialized agencies at the United Nations and other international bodies which we are members.
Dr. Gonsalves was the featured speaker at a Caribbean Reparations Update, the issue of reparations for native genocide and slavery, hosted by the Tobago Writers Guild.
Rodent problem at Kittel's government remedied. Class is expected to resume tomorrow. This and other stories coming up when we return with more local news. Stay with us.
Local news sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
C-Star Limited is now located on the third floor of the first St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products to furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs the first St. Vincent Bank building. And don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. C-Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto.
A funeral service should be one that you can be proud of. One that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones. And that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. We are proud of the quality and class we have brought to the industry. We are proud for having trained the very first certified embalmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are proud of leading the way in terms of live streaming of funerals online so that your family members overseas could also be part of the celebration of life. We are constantly improving our services. We are driven by customer satisfaction, and we are proud of all that we do.
New Haven Funeral Home.
Breaking news! The greatest tile sale in the history of St. Vincent is back. With more, here's Thin Segment Rowdy Face.
Thanks, Juan. Yes, free tiles for Christmas is back at Island Style Interiors, and there's real excitement in the air. Get this, buy 100 tiles at the regular price and get up to the next 25 tiles absolutely free.
Wow, that is a great deal.
Sure is, Juan. My wife's making me buy tiles right now before they sell out.
Vincent? Oh well, this is Juan Cool Guy signing off and heading to Island Style in Arnos Vale for free tiles! Wait for me! Yay!
Kidney disease is a growing concern around the world and here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Chronic kidney disease is a life-threatening condition which occurs when a person's kidneys are no longer able to clean the toxins and waste products from the blood or perform other kidney functions normally. When this happens, a person needs dialysis. Dialysis is where a machine takes over the function of the kidney and safely removes the poisonous waste from the blood. Since 2012, Health Solutions Inc. has operated a full-service hemodialysis facility in SVG that offers state-of-the-art equipment, courteous, well-trained staff, and a comfortable treatment environment.
We're encouraging for early detection. Anyone who is either diabetic or hypertensive and has any questions or concerns, please contact us at 784-451-2836 or visit us at www.healthsolutionsSVG.org.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
It's stylelicious here at Quartz Optical. The best in style and designs for your perfect frame. Converse, Ray-Bans, Kate Spade, Prada, and lots more. Buy any frames and lenses and get a chance to win $2,000 cash. Get it now and pay nothing for 60 days with ready finance. Only at Quartz Optical, the largest and fastest growing optical chain in the Caribbean. Visit our website at www.optical.com to book your appointment today. Offer ends November 24th, 2019.
Welcome back. A rodent problem which posed a potential health hazard to the students and staff at the Kittels Government School is said to have been remedied, and classes are expected to resume tomorrow, Tuesday, November 12th. A news release from the Ministry of Education said it was informed last Wednesday, November 6th, of the rodent problem by the management of the school, and an immediate decision was made to suspend classes for the remainder of the week in order to guard against the potential hazard and to allow the relevant authorities to intervene. The ministry said the Environmental Health Unit was immediately contacted and responded with school visits last Thursday and Friday to assess and address the problem. The Ministry of Education was informed that classes could resume today, Monday, November 11th, having completed a full assessment of the facility. However, as a further precaution, the ministry said it made the decision to keep the school closed until tomorrow, Tuesday, November 12th, and thank all parents, students, and staff of the Kittels Government School for their understanding, patience, and cooperation on the matter. The Pittibodelle Secondary School today received over 20,000 EC dollars worth of reading materials to enhance the students' literacy skills from Hodder Education, a UK-based publishing company. Local representative of the Hodder Education, Byron Wilson, said on a visit to the school a few years ago, the teachers told him about the idea of repairing the school's reading room or library so that the students would be more involved in reading. Wilson encouraged the students to make use of the reading materials and take good care of them so that they would be available for other generations.
Given a set of books, and I know you will see them in the reading room, we have a very nice Epson projector, we have a set of speakers, printer, and we also have a laptop. And I might say that I've spoken to the marketing person at Hodder, and I'll be able to give to the Pittibodelle Secondary School at least 2 more computers, which we hope will help you with your reading. I want to ask you to take very good care of them, and most of all, use them so that in years to come, other children could benefit from them and that your own reading could improve. Once again, on behalf of Hodder Education, we take this as an opportunity to present to the principal of the Pittibodelle Secondary School the resources that we would have purchased.
Senior Education Officer Aldia Gomsdaya thanked the Hodder Education for supporting the ministry and the Pittibodelle Secondary with the aim of getting all students at the appropriate reading grade level.
Pittibodelle Secondary School has been one of our strongest schools over the years. And if you look around the Pittibodelle Secondary School staff, you will see that a number of the teachers here are past students. So if a school is able to produce students who are able to come back to serve the community, then we know that the school is doing well. We want to urge the students to make the best use of the equipment that has been provided to you so that you can continue the impact that the secondary school has been making. So I want to wish you all the best and to thank Hodder Education once again and trust that this equipment will be of very good use and we will see the fruits of the seeds that have been sown here at the Pittibodelle Secondary School.
Principal of the Pittibodelle School, Rupert Nash, said the reading materials will go a long way in enhancing the students' literacy skills and thanked Hodder Education for the donation.
On behalf of the staff and students of the Pittibodelle Secondary School, I want to thank Mr. Byron Wilson and Hodder Education for this generous donation. It is my hope that the equipments that we receive would go a long way to enhance our literacy program. So again, I want to thank HUDA, and I know that we as a school will use these equipment for the betterment of the reading program and our students' development. Thank you very much again.
A resident of Beckway received the keys to a 2-bedroom dwelling house last Thursday built under the government's Life to Live program. The house, which is the first to be done under the program on Beckway, was designed to accommodate Yvonne Oliver and her physically challenged relatives who will be living there. Minister of Housing, Honorable Montgomery Daniel, said the request for assistance came around 2016 and the ministry sought to address the issue since Oliver's son and brother are both physically challenged.
And so NEMO would have assisted her over the years in terms of assisting with the rent, as well as taking care of some of the immediate things. But NEMO could not have continued, and so she would have taken some of the responsibilities on her own. And so today, we are now handing over this house to her. There are a bit more bits and pieces to be done, but she has indicated that she's willing to take it from here.
The new homeowner also contributed to the 2-bedroom house, and Minister Daniel wished her well, emphasizing that it is the policy of the government to ensure that the standard of living of Vincentians is improved.
So, Madam Olivier, on behalf of the Ministry of Housing, I want to congratulate you very much for this building that you will be having in your possession.
Thank you.
It looks quite an outstanding property to me.
Thanks.
The ministry, I know, would have had a significant expenditure on this building, but you equally had almost half of that contribution.
Yes.
So I know that you have been very interesting in the building, and of course that you've been showing great appreciation overall. So
Deputy Director of Grenadine Affairs Herman Belmar noted that the event was a milestone not only for Yvonne but for the Northern Grenadines in particular, as it was the first time such an initiative has been undertaken in Beckway.
I want to believe this is the first property that was designed from scratch with a wheelchair accessible ramp and a bathroom facility that is accessible by wheelchair to take care of that need. And I know Yvonne has been involved in trying to say, I want this there and I want that and that's it right and I want to have this done. I know Yvonne, and that's how I'm sure it happened.
Jamaica security forces continue to defend states of public emergency despite a slight increase in the country's murder rate. This from the region. When we return, stay with us.
Segment.
The Ever-Ready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Ever-Ready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Ever-Ready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Ever-Ready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, drink today. Juicy, same great taste. Juicy, the original drink. It's a Vinci thing. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a Vinci thing. Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci thing. Juicy. Tourism is for me. Tourism is for you. Tourism is everyone's business. Yeah, live it, love it, embrace it.
The health of your eyes greatly impacts your daily life, from driving, watching television to texting. At Imperial Optical Inc., we promise you the best in eye care. Our trained staff, in-house ophthalmologist, optometrist, full-service lab and optical boutique position us to cater to your entire eye care. Understanding your needs and how to meet them, whether you require routine eye examination, prescription glasses, contact lenses, or sunglasses, you can choose from a wide range of designer frames at affordable prices and be greeted with excellent customer service in an inviting atmosphere when you visit us opposite the Anglican Cathedral on 58 Granville Street, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., where your vision is our mission. Telephone 456-1882. Fax 456-2205.
That's you, your eyes only.
Set for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Monthly prices to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done set? Set for life. December 28th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner. Turn your own keys. Set for life.
Why don't I just go to Gibson's Building Supplies?
Here at Gibson's, it doesn't matter if you're building, renovating, or just shopping to improve your home. Because this Christmas, Gibson's Building Supplies has all that you need. With 25% off selected doors and tiles, 20% off paint, and 15% off store-wide. Many more deals to come. So why feel like this when you can feel like this? So come on in to Gibson's Building Supplies today.
This holiday season, it's the perfect time of the year to spend with the ones you love and show them exactly how you feel. Making the most of the season. So where do you find all you need to make this season the best one ever? It's Quartz, actually. Bringing value home.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Welcome to all news from the region. The security forces in Jamaica are again defending the effectiveness of states of public emergency, even with a marginal increase in murders. Officials gave an update on the crime-fighting strategy at a media conference on Friday. We hear more in this TVJ News report.
Prior to a state of emergency, or the use of state of emergency, we were at 1,635 murders for the year. Last year, we got a 22% reduction with the use of state of emergency but other measures.
Government has introduced legislation to increase protection for officers of all arms of national security. During debate on the Miscellaneous Provisions Law Enforcement Officers Bill 2019, Minister of National Security Stuart Young said the legislation seeks to protect officers from a number of offenses that may be committed against them and their families.
By increasing the penalties, the fines and sentences applicable to those who abuse them, threaten them, and do worse than that, we are on the other spectrum, holding them to a different level of accountability and a higher level of accountability. And this particular piece of legislation here today is meant to also tell all of those officers that whilst we are committed to their protection, we are also holding them to a higher level and a standard.
If officers commit any offences, he said, the fines and penalties will also be increased for them. Minister Young said the legislation also seeks to increase penalties for false reporting to all arms of national security, as this practice has been on the increase.
We're facing it, especially with our E99 service, where persons believe it is appropriate or it is acceptable for them to call in and make false reports to our Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. So immediately, one of the first ills in our society that we're seeking to address by this piece of legislation is to increase the penalties where a person causes the wasteful employment of the police time.
Growing support for stay of execution of a death row inmate in the U.S. state of Texas. This from the international scene. When we return, stay with us.
That was a regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Singer is your family store. We sell everything you need for your kitchen and more. Top brands and appliances. TVs, fridges, cookers. We make your life so easy. Just come in and see us.
A wide range of furniture.
Right here at Singer.
Affordable beds and mattresses.
Right here at Singer. Washing machines to make your laundry clean and fresh. Singer is a family store
that gives you the best hire purchase deals.
Right here at Singer.
We'll outfit your home.
Right here at Singer. The #1 family store.
It's us for Singer.
Quality products, quality care, low prices, great customer service, all at Q-Care Pharmacy. Q-Care leads the way, providing all your pharmaceutical needs, a variety of personal care products, and so much more. Located on Halifax Street. Telephone number 451-2690. Q-Care Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality.
Welcome to Finishing and Furnishing, where a warm and friendly staff awaits you. At Finishing and Furnishing, you feel like you're in a home away from home. You will find a wide range of bedroom, living room, and appliances displayed in a stunning setting. When dealing with furniture, you need to take into consideration the colors of your room. That's why at our Penta Studio, we supply the best in interior and exterior paints. Have wooden furniture? Well, we also have stains, sealers, lacquers to get that matte or gloss finish of your desire. So give us a call at 457-2206 and come on down to Finishing and Furnishing today and start building the home of your dreams.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank,
we're the one for you.
Courts Ready Cash is having the biggest cash loan sale of the year. Interest rate slashed by over 20%. Just in time for your Black Friday and Christmas shopping. Unbelievable rates and hassle-free service. It's our biggest loan sale of the year. Just for you. And that's not all. No security required. Get cash within 24 hours or apply online at readyfinancecaribbean.com. Dare to compare? Act now. Offer ends November 29th. Courts Ready Cash. We are ready when you are.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by Courez Distribution Limited.
For over 60 years, we have sought only the best beans grown in the lush hills of the Andean mountains of Colombia.
Cold Cafe.
We carefully select only the very best beans and roast them to delicious perfection by our experienced roast masters.
Cold Cafe.
Cold Cafe treats you to one of the finest coffees in the world, available in classic and decaffeinated. A rich flavor and aroma that can only come from 100% Colombian coffee.
Cold Cafe.
Indulge yourself in our delicious cappuccinos available in classic mocha and French vanilla. Enjoy them hot to warm your soul or cool to cool you down. Either way, they are incredibly satisfying. So go ahead, enjoy Cold Cafe and treat yourself.
Welcome to the international news. There is a growing outcry in the U.S. state of Texas to stop the execution of death row inmate Rodney Reed, who is set to die in less than 2 weeks. His supporters picketed the state capitol over the weekend. Reed was convicted more than 2 decades ago for the brutal killing of a 19-year-old woman. DNA linked him to the crime, but his backers say evidence actually points to a different suspect. We hear more in this CNN report.
In 1996, 19-year-old Stacy Stites was found dead on the side of a road in Bastrop, Texas. She was partially dressed, bruised, and strangled with a belt. Investigators say she was raped and murdered just after 3 in the morning on her way to work at a grocery store. For months, the prime suspect was her fiancé, a police officer named Jimmy Fennell, until DNA evidence pointed to another man she knew. A year later, tests confirmed Rodney Reed's semen was found inside Stites. A jury convicted Reed and sent him to death row. But the saga was just beginning.
It almost reads like a book. Hopefully we don't execute the wrong man for this murder.
Reed's attorneys say the evidence points to Jimmy Fennell as the killer. They say Reed and Stites were engaged in a consensual affair and Fennell found out about it. Reed talked about this in an interview.
Prior to her death, there was a time when we was together and she said that if Jimmy found out that we were together, that he would kill me. I just took it as a figure of speech. I didn't take it literally.
And that is clear motive for him to have killed Stacy and ultimately having Rodney Reed take the fall for that murder.
Reed's case has garnered celebrity attention. Kim Kardashian, Rihanna, and others are pushing to stop Reed's execution scheduled for November 20th. Reed's lawyers say the murder investigation is full of holes. They say the time of death isn't accurate and that police never searched the apartment where Fennell and Stites lived together, and that DNA tests were never conducted on the belt used as the murder weapon. But Fennell's lawyer says the push to exonerate Reed is a circus that has been rejected by appeals courts and that Reed is a monster.
Rodney Reed is a garden variety sociopath who has convinced his lawyers and lots of other people that he's just a poor, unfairly charged black man being railroaded to the death chamber.
Prosecutors here in Bastrop, Texas maintain Rodney Reed is guilty and deserves the death penalty. They have also pointed out in court documents that Reed was suspected of sexually assaulting and raping 6 other women. He was acquitted in just one of those cases.
These are allegations, they're not convictions, and they have nothing to do with whether or not Rodney Reed committed the murder for which they're trying to execute him.
There's also this. Jimmy Fennell spent 10 years in prison for kidnapping and raping a woman in 2007 while he was on duty as a police officer. In a court affidavit, an Aryan Brotherhood inmate claims that when they were in prison, Fennell said to him, "I had to kill my N-word loving fiancé." Rodney Reed also has one advocate that once lived by him on death row. Anthony Graves, you spent 18 and a half years on Texas death row. You were fully exonerated. released. You were wrongly convicted. Why do you relate to Rodney Reed?
I relate to Rodney because I know for a fact that those same players didn't give a damn about whether I was innocent or not.
Anthony Graves was wrongly accused of murdering a family of 6 people in 1992. The same judge, medical examiner, and court-appointed defense attorneys that worked his case also worked Rodney Reed's murder trial.
A young white woman was murdered and a black man was convicted of it. That is their case. They're not listening to anything else. Rodney Reed was definitely framed, and they're taking it all the way to the execution table.
While prosecutors who worked the case say the thought of Rodney Reed getting out of prison is absolutely terrifying. Ed Lavendera, CNN, Bastrop, Texas.
And that's the news. Sports is just ahead, but before that, we take a look at the local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by Carez Distribution Limited.
Let's go! Turn up the fun!
With Chocolisto and its great flavor, enriched with vitamins and minerals that help you grow.
Chocolisto makes you big and strong.
The weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentions for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Budgemart's big sellout is back and still has the best deals. Baguette bread pans, now only $29.95. 5-piece cake pan set was $84.90, now $63.70. 4-piece non-stick cake pan set was $55, now $39.60. 3-piece non-stick pan set was $29.20, now $21.90. Short motion bins was $297.55, now $223.15. 6-piece aluminum pot set was $4.50, now $3.50. Tall motion bin was $423.64, now $317.75. Real deals, real savings, and no gimmicks. When every dollar counts, shop at Budgemart.
Local weather forecast. Present conditions: cloudy with showers. Winds northeast at 15 kilometers per hour. Temperature 26.7 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 81%. Barometric pressure 10.3 millibars. 24-hour rainfall 6.2 millimeters. Today's maximum temperature 30.4 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature 23.5 degrees Celsius. Sunset today at 5:35 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow at 6:02 a.m. The forecast: partly cloudy to cloudy with some showers and a slight chance of isolated thunderstorms. And our synopsis: unstable conditions are affecting the island.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Budgemart's big sellout is back and still has the best deals. Baguette bread pans, now only $29.95. 5-piece cake pan set was $84.90, now $63.70. 4-piece non-stick cake pan set was $55, now $39.60. 3-piece non-stick pan set was $29.20, now $21.90. Short motion bins was $297.55, now $223.15. 6-piece aluminum pot set was $4.50, now $3.50. Tall motion bin was $423.64, now $317.75. Real deals, real savings, and no gimmicks. When every dollar counts, shop at Budgemart.
A funeral is considered as the last goodbye. The memories are for you, the family and loved ones. Joseph the Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home sympathizes and understands the grieving process. They go the extra mile, offering counseling, private funeral, chapel service, night viewing and church service, along with other services expected at a professional funeral home. Visit the office at Mesopotamia. A warm, modern, and customer-friendly environment awaits you. Joseph the Silver Senior Memorial Funeral Home, offering affordability in time of need. We are here. We care.
Welcome to the evening sports. Shy Hope marked turning 26 in style as his 109 not-out inspired West Indies to a 5-wicket one-day international victory over Afghanistan, completing a 3-0 series whitewash. A day after his birthday, Hope hit 8 boundaries and 3 sixes in a supreme 145-ball innings, though the Windies left it late to secure victory. Asghar Afghan 86, ably supported by Hazratullah Zizé 50 and Mohammad Nabi 50 not out, gave Afghanistan hope of salvaging some pride in the series as they set 249 for 7 from their innings. Afghanistan looked well set 3 overs into West Indies' innings, Mujib-ur-Rahman taking the wickets of Evan Lewis and Shimron Hetmyer in the space of 4 deliveries. But Hope came to the fore, anchoring himself at the crease, with debutant Brandon King 39 providing support before Nicholas Puran offered a quick-fire 21 as the Windies' remaining opener moved beyond 50. Captain Kiran Palat provided a useful 32 with Roston Chase 42 not out, then coming in to up the run rate. Hope brought up his 7th one-day international century with a tidy single off Rashid Khan, with a chase on hand to wrap up the series in style with a 4-over short leg with 8 deliveries to spare. Here's a look at some of the highlights from the game.
From Afghanistan perspective, Mujib provided them 2 early breakthroughs, and after that it looked like they can exercise some control with the bowling, but then it was needed from West Indies perspective. The short selection was absolutely fantastic. Shai Hope and his partner drove it magnificently through the covers. Then was beaten brutally. Rashid Khan came with some promise, but excellent batsmanship from Shai Hope, giving no hope to the opposition with some eye-pleasing drives down the ground.
And Nicholas Puran pulled out at long on, trying to up the ante to force the pace. But Kyron Pollard came in and played a few lusty blows to get them back on track. And just when they looked like they'd be lagging behind, they managed to find boundaries. On that occasion, a soft dismissal, you have to say, for the captain, Kyron Pollard. But that brought Roston Chase to the crease, and along with his partner in crime, Shai Hope, he got himself to 100. He got one to just clear the man at square leg and get away to the boundary for the winning runs for the West Indies.
The two teams will meet for their first 2020 game in a 3-match series on Thursday in India. India women defeated West Indies women by 10 wickets in the second T20 International at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground to take a 2-0 series lead on Sunday. Anissa Mohammed, the standing captain, as Stephanie Taylor has been ruled out of the series due to injury, won the toss and elected to bat first. Once again, the runs were hard to come by as Hayley Matthews and Stacey Ann King opened the batting. King was the first to go for 7, followed by Shemaine Campbell for a 4-ball 0. Chadian Nation steadied the Windies women's middle order with Matthews as the pair added 34 runs before Matthews tried to hit a straight 6 and was caught in the deep for 23. Nation fell soon after for 32. Natasha McLean was the only other batter to reach double figures. She made 17. The West Indies women finished their 20 overs on 103 for 7. Deepti Sharma was the best bowler for India women with 4 for 10 from her 4 overs. Shafali Verma, for the second match in a row, took a liking to the Windies women's bowling and the pitch at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. The 15-year-old struck a second consecutive half-century to lead the Indians to victory in the 11th over. Verma finished on 69 not out, and with her was Smriti Mandana on 30 not out. India won the match, reaching 104 without a loss in 10.3 overs. Windies women's team captain Stephanie Taylor has been ruled out of the remaining series against India after sustaining an injury. According to official reports, the all-rounder will be sidelined for 2 weeks after sustaining a grade 1 medial collateral ligament sprain. Taylor suffered the knee injury during the last game of the one-day international series, which India won 2-1. The player, who was named the player of the series in the 3-match one-day internationals, did not suit up for the team's second T20 international on Sunday. Instead, spin bowler Anissa Mohammed took over from Taylor as captain, with young Guyanese all-rounder Sherry-Ann Fraser named to the squad to replace the stricken star. The evening sports will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
The body moves in many expressive ways. The freedom of movement is often taken for granted until that freedom is restricted by pain. Myers Pain Kill Gel is scientifically formulated to alleviate muscle and joint inflammation. With this gel, you can target the pain in areas where it's needed the most. Bring the joy of movement back into your life with Myers Pain Kill Gel. Available at leading stores and pharmacies in SVG.
26 retail shops and restaurants open now for your convenience. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal. It's a great venue to run for functions. Secure parking, great ambiance. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal.
Convenient parking at the Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal and the Geese Compound. The Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal has 26 retail shops and restaurants with a variety of food offerings. A great secure venue for your function with a great ambience. Also, we offer lock storage service. The Cruise Ship Terminal. Convenience for you.
At the cruise ship terminal. The cruise ship terminal.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up. Start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting. For people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Why not just go to Gibson's Building Supplies?
Here at Gibson's, it doesn't matter if you're building, renovating, or just shopping to improve your home. Because this Christmas, Gibson's Building Supplies has all that you need. With 25% off selected doors and tiles, 20% off paint, and 15% off store-wide. Many more deals to come. So why feel like this when you can feel like this? So come on in to Gibson's Building Supplies today.
This holiday season, it's the perfect time of the year to spend with the ones you love and show them exactly how you feel. Making the most of the season So where do you find all you need to make this season the best one ever? It's Quartz, actually. Bringing value home.
Welcome back. In the three-day 29th Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Swimming Championships held here at Shrewsbury Aquatic Center in Rothermill, Grenada won the overall title. Grenada boys earned 660 points and their girls 589 points for a total of 1,249 points. Second was St. Lucia with 1,121.50 points overall, with 641 points for boys and 480.50 points for girls. St. Vincent and the Grenadines finished third after their boys totaled 527 points and their girls 589 points for an overall total of 1,116 points. The other countries in the championships were Antigua and Barbuda, boys 348, girls 446.20 for a total of 794.50, and St. Kitts and Nevis girls 57.50 for a total of 57.50. Let's take a look at some of the action from the final day of competition. SVG Police Youth Club is the 2019 French Veranda National Lottery's SVG Community College Invitational Football Champions. This after, for the third consecutive year, the finals had to be decided on penalty kicks, which the youthful lawmen won 3-1. The game was locked 1 goal apiece after regulation time. Daniel Patrick, who scored the most goals in the tournament, 6, and was also adjudged the best striker and MVP of the tournament, had netted in the 16th minute to put the RSVG Police Youth Club ahead. Gareth Leggerswood, however, restored parity from the penalty spot in the 47th minute for Year 2 Arts, Sciences and General Studies. The third place playoff was also decided by penalty kicks in favor of Jebel's Youths, 4-3 over Year 1 Arts, Sciences and General Studies. Jebel's had shot out to a 2-goal lead with strikes from Jamie Keel and Kadeem Duncan before Michael Glasgow and Andre Lavier brought the Year 1 team back level. The attention now turns to the ECGC Island Sip Water SVG Community College Invitational Netball Competition, which begins on Tuesday, 12th November. And that's how we end sports this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
LA Unique Upholstery. Quality at a low cost. We build to suit your needs. Contact us at Redemption Shops 457-0182 or Stony Grounds 453-2089.
Still going to town for hardware? No, you don't need to. Pinchers Hardware in Pembroke. It's your one-stop shop for all your hardware needs. We stock building materials, blocks, sand, and stones. Also plumbing and electrical fittings. We have automotive supplies too. And to make things easy, we will deliver to your location. Come on in or simply call us at 458-7591 or 533-1576. We are open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pinchers Hardware, located in Pembroke, where quality meets price.
Tourism is for me, tourism is for you. Tourism is everyone's business, yeah. Live it, love it, embrace it.
It's stylelicious here at Quartz Optical. The best in style and designs for your perfect frame. Converse, Ray-Bans, Kate Spade, Prada, and lots more. Buy any frames and lenses and get a chance to win $2,000 cash. Get it now and pay nothing for 60 days with ready finance. Only at Quartz Optical, the largest and fastest growing optical chain in the Caribbean. Visit our website at www.optical.com to book your appointment today. Offer ends November 24th, 2019.
And now for a second look at the headlines. Middle Street vendors lament loss of business and their livelihood after police removed their stalls. Jamaica's security forces continue to defend states of public emergency despite a slight increase in the country's murder rate. Growing support for a stay of execution of a death row inmate in the U.S. state of Texas. And in sports, West Indies complete first one-day series win in 5 years. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Yvette Bowens. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also tune in for SVG-TV's News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. weekdays. Have a good evening.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They claim General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Get ready for the 2019 VINLEC National Science and Technology Fair, November 11 to 15th, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. daily, under the theme, Turning Problems into Opportunities Using Scientific Strategies. Registration is now open and closes on November 1st, 2019. For more information, see the Science Fair Handbook at svgcdu.org. Don't miss your chance to win great prizes. It's the 2019 VINLEC National Science and Technology Fair. See you there.
Set for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Want the prizes to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done set? Set for life. December 28th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner, turn your keys. Set for life.
Quartz Ready Cash is heaven. The biggest cash loan sale of the year. Interest rate slashed by over 20%. Just in time for your Black Friday and Christmas shopping. Unbelievable rates and hassle-free service. It's our biggest loan sale of the year. Just for you. And that's not all. No security required. Get cash within 24 hours or apply online at readyfinancecaribbean.com. Dare to compare? Act now. Offer ends November 29th. Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.